Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and another episode of Up and Running. Boy, I gotta tell you, today's episode is gonna be fantastic. You're gonna love it. I can't wait to show it to you. Well, maybe I oversold that a little bit. But anyway, on today's episode, we're gonna keep working on the trim on the Blazer, so I hope you enjoy it. Somehow when I park this thing, I keep getting leaves everywhere in it, so I guess we're gonna have to vacuum it out. All right, this might seem like an odd topic, but ironically, I get asked about this all the time when people ride in the Super Bee. So if you look, there's a seatbelt hanging from the roof over there. That's basically the way they're put away. The only thing is, if you look, there's a snap right back there and a snap in the roof right there. You could actually take that slack out of there by stretching that out. Pulling on the belt a little bit and stretching that out and snapping that snap onto that snap, and it makes it a little tighter. But anyway, the way the seat belts are done in the car, you got this typical lap belt, but it's got an extra piece on it, and that seems to really throw everybody. And then it's got the retractor piece over here, and then this is the shoulder belt just hanging down from the roof. So I'm going to get in the car and show you how to put this on, because like I said, I get asked about this all the time when people ride with me. So here we go. So for this piece, there is actually a buckle right down at the front of the seat, so you can store this away nice and tight and it's not flopping around. But basically what you do is you take this buckle, you pull this one out, clip them together, you can pull it tight, and then you take this belt, connect it onto that extra little short piece. Now the interesting thing is there's no retractor on this, so you have to adjust it so you can reach everything on the dash, because if you pull it really tight like this, you can't get at anything. So you got to kind of watch how you get this adjusted. So I keep it just with a little bit of slack on it so I can, get up and reach everything on the dash. But that's how you do it. If, there's a lot of young people that have never ridden in these cars and they have no idea. There's probably a lot of people my age who have no idea, because back in the day, nobody wore the seat belts. So anyway, that's how you do it. I always just leave this hang. And I just take that piece and set it on the seat. That's it. Then you jump out. We've been doing a little cleanup here, getting rid of some of the truck parts. Here you can see there's a frame going off to the salvage yard. But look how clean that thing is. That thing is really nice. All the rest of the parts got saved off it. So that was the truck that sat here. You can see we saved the gas tanks off it. Those were diesel, so they're in really nice shape inside. There was another truck right over there. That was another diesel truck. So we're parting some of these out, putting all the parts on the shelves, and just opening up a little space. All right, we're parting out this old Suburban. So what we're doing is we're taking everything that's good off it, and this will have like nothing left on it when it's done, and then we can get rid of it, save a little space. So Robert's been tearing this apart, so he's been putting all the sticks he found up in the dash there, so that was nice. Oh, there's a little friend. But you can see this thing is nice and solid, so all this good metal will get saved. You know, any bumpers that are good, hubcaps if they're good, they'll all get saved. You can see, like, even down here, they a lot of times rust out. That looks really good. But these things take up a lot of space otherwise, so keep extra glass, you know, anything that's good. So here we got a hood, a couple of the doors, but yeah, all this stuff will get saved for other projects, or if it's stuff we don't need, it'll sell it. You can see Robert made a little more progress since earlier today, so it's getting there. That Suburban's got an aftermarket catalytic converter on it, so we're just cutting it out to get it recycled. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can lift this Suburban now that it's a lot lighter. You know, all the junk is off it, so I'm gonna see if I can lift it. So watch that tire there. Ready? Ah, I did it! Woo!
Way to go!
Woohoo! Tried to fit this new piece right here, and it didn't fit where the holes didn't line up. And remember, this is a GM fender, and so there was a lot of swearing and throwing things and tweaking the piece, and bottom line, it ended up ruined. So he's gonna find a good original piece and polish it out and paint it. So again, like I've always said, use original stuff where you can. All right, so I'm going to give you a little update on where Ed's at with the trim. He was out picking out some pieces of trim, some used pieces, because the ones that we bought just don't fit where the darn. But anyway, he's been restoring on this piece of trim. This goes on the bottom behind the wheel, like right there. And so he's been restoring this piece. We're still hoping a lot of the side trim that he bought is going to be good, but we'll see. You know, we'll be able to tell once we get it mounted up and things like that. But so that's what he's working on. This is the piece that he bought. He ended up kinking it. This stuff is so thin. But anyway, well, I'll keep updating you as we get further along on the trim. It's been kind of a slow going process. There's been a lot of other stuff that's come first and things like that. So anyway, I'll let you know as soon as I know. We did get a bunch of other stuff down. He's storing it up on the top of the paint booth up there. These are the door panels for it. the window glass, you know, a bunch of other random pieces. There's window regulators, vent windows, things like that. All of which that we have to work on yet. So it's going to be a little while yet, but anyway, I mean, he's trying a little harder now, Ed is, to restore like one piece of trim a day and do one thing on it. So I'll keep updating you as I know more. All right, so here's what we're gonna work on today. You can see we've got the fender all done, the door all done. We're gonna start working on the upper piece on the rear quarter. I'm not gonna film every single piece of trim. This just takes hours and hours of time, and I don't wanna bore you guys with this, so I'll just film it occasionally so you get the idea of what goes into this. I mean, some of these pieces of trim, you know, if we have to restore them or do something with them, or, you know, there's a bad fitment issue, they can take a couple hours to put one piece on. So nobody ever said anything about restoring cars is quick. So once we get this upper piece of trim put on, then we'll put the wheel opening trim on, and then we'll do this piece right here, and then we'll do this back corner piece back here, and then this side will be done. There's an emblem that goes right here, and then we'll have to we'll do the other side of the truck, and then we'll do the tailgate last. The tailgate's not painted yet, so that's got to get done yet. You know, so like I said, I'll just do updates on the trim, and I won't bore you guys with hour after hour of putting trim on. And believe me, it can be painstakingly painful.
That's one thing I want to do, is see if I can get my hand up there, because if I can, I would rather put a bolt on one. Now if I have both those slips.
We're gonna put this rear piece of trim on. We've already messed with this quite a bit, trying to get the bend around the corner correct. The aftermarket piece was not bent exactly the way it should have been. really cool with all the trim on.
I haven't had a chance to enjoy it yet.
I'll enjoy it for you. It really dressed it up a lot.
I think with the door lock and the handle on.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for another episode Up and Running. Be sure to come back next time, and we'll keep working on whatever comes around. So, thanks for watching.